I'm Jen. I draw stuff. Today, I'm going to be working on my first challenge of the year. Now, if you haven't watched my introduction video, let me give you a quick overview of what this challenge is. And if you already know, I'll put a link down below with a timestamp so you can go ahead and skip to the actual drawing part. So, this year, I'm doing a bit of a challenge where I'm going to teach myself how to draw. Now, I'm already a digital artist. I'm not great, but I'm okay. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to teach myself how to draw with my right hand. It's probably going to be terrible, but my feelings on the topic are that anybody can learn how to draw. It's not some innate skill that you're either born with or you're not. It's just like anything else. Nobody's born a professional athlete. They have to learn. So, if I can learn how to draw with my right hand, really hope that I don't make a fool out of myself, then anybody should be able to learn how to draw with their good hand. So, without further ado, it feels really weird putting this on my right hand. Let's get started. So the challenge I'm going to do today is a basic one-point perspective. And I got the idea for how I'm going to set this up from a really awesome perspective video from BAM Animation. And I will link to that video in my description. It is so cool. Mine's not going to be nearly as good. In fact, it's probably going to be really terrible. So, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to set myself a horizon line. And I'm going to put that about 1/3 up from the bottom of the page because I feel like that's probably a good place for it. So I'm going to use, oh, this is so weird. I'm going to use my pen tool and the line tool, and I'm going to cheat and use shift to make a straight line. Just like that. Beautiful. At least that one you can cheat. I'm actually gonna move that up just a little bit to there. And then this is where it gets really cool. I'm gonna use my polygon tool, and I've got it up here set to a star shape with 100 sides. And this is what they talk about in their video. It's super, super cool. And I'm just going to drag out a star, and I'm going to put it about in the middle on my horizon line. Like that. Ideally, it's pretty easy. Ideally. Okay. I'm really nervous. So I think I'm going to do an interior scene. I think I'm going to do a kitchen that, you know, it's got countertops and appliances and things that are very square and boxy, and I think that'll lend itself really well to a one-point perspective. So, okay. My left hand has stolen the stylus. Old habits. So I'm thinking that the room is gonna be something like this is the back wall of the room. Okay. It's great. It's perfect. It's everything I dreamed it would be. So we would have like a steel, and then we have like a floor here, and you totally following that line. Perfect. So here's our basic like box looking into this room. In fact, I think it's a little too big. Like it should be there. Like that. Sure. Great job, Jen. A+. So we're looking into this room, and we would have some counters, right? So let's put the countertops just a little above the horizon line, like there. So it's going to be this like sort of counter looking at us. And then let's have the counters run along the wall. I think the counter's too high, because then the countertop's going to be above our eye line. Why would it be coming like this? What are you doing? What are you doing, Jen? This is great. This is beautiful. My mother would be so proud. So, yeah, we got a counter, and yeah, that's better. That's better. So here's our counter, and then it's got like a back to the countertop. We'll follow those lines for that, sure. And it's not in the right angle at all. So these lines, you see, they're perfectly vertical because they are defining these flat sides. And the tops of the counters, as they are this way to us, those lines are perfectly horizontal. Pretend they're perfectly horizontal. Perfect. And then the lines that are coming towards us from the background are going to follow those radiating lines that are coming out from the center. That makes sense, right? Totally. So let's throw some things in here. We could have some upper cabinets that are like above our eye line. So let's say the bottom of these are right here somewhere-ish. And then they go up. And maybe they're like this. Yeah. Great. It's exactly right. It's beautiful. It's just. I could cry. It's so good. Yeah. Fantastic. So we have a little counter on this side, and then the counter across the back. We've made a horseshoe. I've made a horseshoe of counters. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's not do that. We'll just ignore this part over here. You can't see what I'm referring to. Let's just ignore this part over here. We're not gonna have that. Just not even there. Not even there. Never happened. There we go. So instead, these cabinets are gonna go. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're gonna stop right here. Sure. They're gonna stop right there, aren't they? They sure are. And then we're gonna have a refrigerator over here. It's gonna come out from the corner, wherever that corner is. And then it's gonna go back. And then where the counter comes out in front of it. Sure. Totally a believable refrigerator. Yep. So there's our little, like, perfectly straight lines. It's great straight lines. They're perfect in every way. It's supposed to be like a kick plate thing, toe space in the front of the counter where it kind of sets back like that. Something perfectly horizontal, perfectly. I think I'm ready to start adding some detail. Like, let's say the stove is over here on this side. And then it does stove things. Or you'd have like a little knob here. I mean, unless you're one of those fancy people who has like one of those induction cooktops that has like the controls on the front of it, but I don't have that kind of money. Window in the oven door. Yep, I'm gonna put one of those in there because I like to suffer. That's not that. None of those are the right line. There we go. Yeah. Spectacular. Ideally, you want it to be skinnier. You want it to be thinner as it gets away from you and closer, or bigger as it gets closer. But I don't have that level of control. Perfect. does not follow the perspective at all. Let's just erase that. Pretend it was never there. Follow the line! Why do you keep going that way? Okay, that's good. It's good enough. Yeah, there's a grill in there. It's got wires. You know what? I should do a range hood over the stove. So it's gonna be like up here somewhere. Perfectly horizontal lines. Yeah. Perfect. Perfectly horizontal. And that would have that like grill vent cover. You know, the kind that you're supposed to take off and wash every 3 months, but you do it like once every 3 years, and then you're just like, how did this thing get so disgusting? Nobody does it. I'm a genius. This is superb. Superb. I'm gonna hang it on my refrigerator. Print it out, put it on my refrigerator. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take it to my mom's house, take it to my mom and dad's, and I'm gonna put it on their refrigerator. They can be so proud of me. So let's put some cabinet doors on here. Which of these was the right wall? Oh no! Oh no! Did I totally mess up? I totally messed up. Hold on! Please hold. No one will ever know. There's not a video record of it or anything. No. It's a secret. Perfectly vertical lines? Yeah. Every time. I don't make mistakes. Wait, I forgot what line I was doing. I erased the wrong thing. Okay. Okay. Yes. Cabinet doors are go. Some knobs on them. Wait, they should be at the bottom so people can reach them. Unless you're like super duper tall, in which case, get out of my kitchen. This is the best kitchen I've ever seen. I wish this was my kitchen. Except I would like more level floors, please. I don't want every cake I bake to come out lopsided. Who are we kidding? I don't bake cakes. I just erased half of my door. That's okay. Let's put like a fancy control panel on there. I don't have a fancy fridge, but I've seen them. They got like touch screens and stuff. You can, I don't know what they have on them. Just like a water droplet? Sure. You get some water, and then those are like ice cube and like crushed ice. And some buttons in the middle because buttons. None of my other cabinets have doors. I'm gonna put doors on all my cabinets. I don't know why I'm so short in this picture. So the where you set your horizon line determines how tall you feel in the picture. So if you set your horizon line really, really low, you feel like you're standing on top of a building or a really tall ladder, or you're just enormously tall. If you set your horizon line really high, then you feel like you're really short or you're really low, or what you're looking at is really tall. So you might feel like you're looking at, you know, a 3-story building as opposed to looking at these counters. So I've put these counters on the horizon line, which is your eye level. So I feel like I'm sitting in a chair looking at this room, like I'm a 5-year-old in the kitchen. So when you watch art tutorials, they always tell you to, you know, make confident strokes and try to make only one stroke per line, or as few as possible, that you don't want to do, you know, sketchy, scratchy, hashy lines, because it makes things, well, it makes things look less refined and less sure, less clean. And dude, I can't help it. when I can't draw a straight line, and you know, I've gotten to the point where I don't draw those scratchy lines with my left hand anymore. I'm pretty sure with my strokes, and I might take, you know, 2 or 3 to do a line or a curve or something. But I remember that it was something that I really had to fight against, was that I did all those hatchy, scratchy, I was gonna boo-boo, lines to create a single curve or a single line. And my drawing teacher used to tell me that, you know, I shouldn't do that. And I remember how this is reminding me how very, very hard it was to become more confident in my marks, in every line that I made on the page. And I'm reliving that now. Except my hand is cramping. But you know, this one, I feel like if I slide back and forth, that I can like make a cleaner line. Like, yeah, I'll just let my body do the drawing, but that's cheating. That's drawing with my butt. That sounded wrong. I keep making weird faces. I can feel it. Is it just me, or are these cabinets really wide? That's too wide. Oh, I'll have one of those stupid corner cabinets that you can never get crap out of, and then I'll have 2 normal cabinets next to that. That's what I'm gonna do. Because that's how you have kitchens in apartments, where you don't have a say. I'll turn this off for a second. Yeah, they're not the same size at all. This needs to move. It's kitcheny. It's got that kitchen feel. So this wall here, right, is so blank. I think I obviously need a kitchen sink, so I think I'm gonna put the kitchen sink there. I might take these cabinets out, and actually these right here, and put a dishwasher, because you totally have one in a kitchen like this. And then I think I'll put like a nice window over the sink, maybe a shelf over it, and some little knick-knacky decorative stuff. Yeah, that'll work. These cabinet doors are still the wrong size. I gotta fix them first, because this is not right. I just realized I'm drawing with the wrong hand. It's when it was actually a vertical line on the first try. Nope. Undo that. No cheating. Back to this hand. Bad. Okay. I knew it felt too easy. What does a dishwasher look like? I think it has a little kick, like the toe kick in the front too, where it sets back. So we'll leave that. And then I think they have like a little, like, ooh, that was almost a really good horizontal line. Yeah. I can live with that. Good job. I might have been cheating slightly because I had this riding along the bottom edge of the screen. But it works. It's not against the rules. So I think that's what they've got. And then there's like the top part. Considerably less nice horizontal line when I can't ride my finger along the edge of the screen. Okay. And then you'd have some like dials and stuff, right? So maybe like a dial and like some buttons. Do they have buttons? Or do they have like fancy panels? I bet it would have a fancy panel, because the refrigerator has a fancy panel. Let's put a fancy like push button or a touch screen panel. Got like options. Sure. Totally believable. Options. We're gonna leave the dial on there though, because I already drew that. It tried to steal it again. Which side do those open on? If they're like the fancy pull out and around so you can reach stuff kind, I think they open this way. Because if it opened this way, could you snake it all around? I guess if it opened and pulled the things out as you opened it? I don't know. I don't have like rich people cabinets. Yeah. We'll say it goes that way. I finally drew the cabinet doors. So, now I need to put a sink in this saggy cabinet and a window. I'm holding this so weird. Like, nobody uses a pencil like this. I am. I don't know how else to do it. Those upper cabinets are huge. I'm just realizing they're like bigger than the bottom cabinets. I think that's better. Now for the window. Now I'm going to put a shelf up there. So, since it's going to come out from the wall, I'm going to be sure to follow my perspective lines. Too long on that side. So let's have it come out a little ways. This hand is just like, I want to do it! No. Bad hand. You're not allowed. I don't care how fancy the kitchen is. There's probably going to be cereal boxes on top of the fridge or something. There's got to be something on the fridge. Nobody just doesn't use that space. So, thinking some boxes. Alright. Time to decorate. So a friend of mine talked about having a banana tree, I think she called it, in her kitchen. And it's like some, I don't eat bananas, I don't like bananas, but it's like apparently some sort of thing with a hook that you hang your bananas on, and apparently that's better than having them in a basket. Who knew? So I think I'm gonna draw one of those in here. Banana tree. Probably won't look like one. We'll try. You know, I'm looking at this thinking, it would be really cool if there was one of these that was like nautical themed. Like if you had like a, I don't know, like a house near a beach and it was like a kraken's tentacle holding your bananas. That'd be kind of neat. I might would buy bananas just to have a kraken, a reason to use a kraken tentacle banana holder. Sure, I'm gonna make it a kraken tentacle. Put some little suction cups on it. I like it. I like it. Alright. Put a microwave in the corner. The microwave is gonna have to sit diagonal. So making a diagonal microwave, it's still gonna obey the vertical, but it's not gonna obey, it's not gonna follow the perfectly horizontal or the perspective lines because it's rotated. So I'm just gonna have to eyeball it and hope it doesn't look like garbage. All right, let's erase this and try it a different way. I want the height of the microwave edges to be the appropriate heights for the distance and the difference in distance. So, for example, if we look, I'm gonna change my pen color real quick. If I look at this line, and if I look at, and I'm using this hand because it's faster, and I look at this line, which are the same, the edges of the same cabinet. So they should, in reality, be the same length. But if you look at them, they're obviously very different in length because of the perspective. So I need to make sure that the two corners, the front corners of my microwave, are in perspective the same length, even though it's not following the perspective lines. So, that was the wrong button. So, I am going to lower the opacity on these cabinets so I can see a little better. And I'm going to draw the microwave in perspective. And then I'm going to rotate it, but use the same lengths for those corners to make sure that they're right. Microwave-tastic. You know those cat, like, figures? They're called shelf sitters, I think. Like, my grandma had some. And that you just set them on the edge of a shelf, and they look not real. Not real at all. That's what that is. Way too big to be a real cat. One-point perspective! Kinda crappy. Well, that's challenge number 1 down. Did you like the video? If you did, give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you didn't like it, you won't hurt my feelings if you give me a big fat thumbs down. Just leave me a comment and let me know what you didn't like about it. Of course, if you'd like to try this challenge for yourself, I would really love to see what you draw. Just throw me a link and let me know. Did you draw that with your good hand or with your offhand? Either way, if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!